Thank you, Dick. And the third commissioner is obviously Chairman Dick Wiley, who chaired the commission. And it's nice to see my friend, the president of the Recording Industry Association, Carrie Sherman, here, who will take a special interest in what I say. Well, here it is. It's finally here. The date we've been talking about forever, February 17th. It's, you know, this is great. I've never received so much publicity prior to the date of giving a speech. So I want to excite all of you, and to be honest, the acronym DTV only appears once in my prepared remarks. So if you want to talk about it later, I'm happy to, and I'm happy to give my perspectives, but I'd rather like to talk about some other things that, frankly, in the context are perhaps a little bit more important. It is an honor to speak here today at the Media Institute, and it's also an opportunity. It's an honor because the Institute really does gather the best of Washington, focused on protecting one of the most central rights that we have as Americans, the freedom of expression. It's a guilty pleasure for me to gather with you, who share not only belief, but actually a passion in this great First Amendment. But it's not just the personal support of the Media Institute and the First Amendment. Our 2,300 members make and sell products and services which rely on content that the freedom of expression creates. For 25 years, the ability to create, manipulate, shift, manage, and display content has certainly propelled innovation and created new products. It's actually fueled a renaissance of creativity, innovation, and expression, and allowed amazing economic growth. It's created new acronyms: the VCR, the CD, DVD, MP3, HD radio, the internet, HD TV, are directly or indirectly responsible for some 15 million jobs and billions of dollars in economic activity. And if you think about it, what we have in the United States is something unique. Our nation houses the most innovative, world-leading companies in creativity and technology and in innovation and total content creativity. On the tech side, consider Intel, Hewlett-Packard, Texas Instruments, Microsoft, Apple, Google, eBay, E-Trade, Facebook, and Amazon. And on the creative side, consider the Hollywood and independent studios making movies and TV programs, the music industry, the video game industry, and the book and magazine writers and publishers. No other country in the world can claim this level of creativity and innovation. And in these difficult economic times, it's too easy to forget that our nation not only is the most creative on the planet, but movies, music, games, words, and websites spread our culture, our language, as well as our values. So if you can agree with me at this point that we're the most innovative and creative country on earth, we should stop and ask ourselves, how did we get here? How can we preserve and expand upon this position? I know that in Washington, the consumer electronics industry sometimes disagrees with other industries represented in this room. We occasionally clash, but we should recognize in this new era that ultimately we are all Americans, and we all care and want what's best for our children and for their children. It's especially appropriate to talk now about why we have succeeded to get to this point with our innovative industries in the midst of phenomenal financial and policy change. Indeed, our nation is reallocating resources and setting new policies not seen since the first 100 days of the Roosevelt New Deal. So what we do and say here and in coming days will determine our national future. People often say this, but it's rarely true. But this is a more volatile period of economic change than any we have had in our lives.